Alihkan sikit.
Okey, okey. Ada ni. Okay, kita apa? I shared. Actually, right, later I shared with you today's plan a little bit because we will do some exercise on React now until 6:55. I'm kat Dubai, so you see my time is 2:35. So we will do a little bit here, alright? Because this we are supposed to do it every Friday, but last Friday patutnya I have to explain. Last Friday I was supposed to fly. I fly at 2 a.m. Alright, but everything was okay lah, because I planned to have the class. Alright, I planned to have the class, but my mom fall sick. So my mom sakit on Thursday. Suddenly she fell sick. And then she was admitted to a doctor come house and everything. So that's why tak diduga, right? Without tak diduga on Thursday my mom sakit sikit. Thursday too we have class or not? Thursday I can't remember Thursday we have class or not. But actually that day my mom was not really well. And that's the reason, right? My mom feel bad a little bit. I left for so long, so that's why she want to spend more time. So that's the reason I wanted to have class, but because unforeseen issue with my mom's, then I have to spend time with her before leaving for 3 weeks. Because actually I'm going to be away for 3 weeks. Macam ni lah, class still as usual unless I say so lah, right? So that's we will do this, right? 25 minutes. Later we will be presenting in Dubai, right? Later we will be presenting in Dubai at 7 to 7:30. I will be presenting here. So but I want you to watch as well. So you're watching it live from Teams. They are watching here in Dubai. It's just like for me to share experience, right? Just sharing introduction about myself lah, but more on our journey. Creating startups, right? So it's more on. It's more on our journey, lah, right? More on our journey. This is the slide that I'm going to present later. It's not to selling, right? It's not upselling. It's just a story a little bit. But I think I think it good. At first I want to cancel class. No lah, I want to not lah cancel class lah. I want to check. Tak payahlah budak boleh tengok, right? But I think it's good as well for you to see it. So that's going to be happen at 7. So I'm going to make it live here. All right, and then if you have questions, so I will take questions as well from you guys. And then we break for 30 minutes macam biasa. All right, we break for 30 minutes. I'm trying to arrange my time as well. After that, we will continue back coding. After that, we continue back coding. So that's the plan for today. For today. Okay, so where were we? You guys check which question were you guys were last time when we did? I think here, right? Create a stateless functional. Oh, sorry. Or is it compose? This one done. Compose React component done. Anyone can verify? What was the last thing that we did? This one, render a class component, compose React. I think create a React component. Okay, is it create a React component? Hello, saya siapa verify? Okay, tak apa. I think we will share. Alright. Later if I miss it, you let me know. Alright. Later if I miss some question, you let me know. So we were talking about stateless component. Alright. Stateless component is the one with function. Alright. So just reminder that you have function and then you have return. Alright. So stateless component. You have function. Alright. You have return, and then you have what? Then normally you state. Alright. There is another use that you use. What are the other use that you use selain use state? Other than use state, in module 2, for example, we use another use. What are the use that we use on module 2? Which is not use state. Okay, so this use effect. Alright, so these are the things that we do on module 2. So other than use state, we have use effect. Alright, use state is to create a variable. Alright, use effect is when the page is loaded. Alright, run the following. Alright, so that's things that you see on module 2 that's related to functional component. Right, so all the UI create here. So all the UI, right, create it here. Okay, so this is the structure of a React component. Alright, so this is class component. If you remember last time also, I think Walid or Faiz, right, might ask this question. But if you are doing class component, right, you will start with class, extend React component. Alright, so that's how you do it. So for example, class list view, class home, page home, extend, right, React dot component. Alright, and then constructor props. Alright, and then you have super props. Yeah. Alright, so this is how it started with a class. Alright, you have a constructor here, and then you have render, and then you have return something. Return with a bracket. Alright, return with a bracket. Okay. So render return, alright, render return ni sama macam ni ya. So it's the same thing as this. Alright, so render return is the same thing as the return that you see here. Alright, so render return, alright, is the same thing, same as what you see in return. All right. Okay, so in this case, for example, all right, what is written here? They said that, all right, so my component is defined, all right, and then inside a render, they want to return a diff element, so return a diff element. Inside the diff element, you have h1. Hello. Hi. And then you have hello react, right? All right, and then that's how you do these questions, all right? That's how you do this question. All right, so this is the answer for this question. You up pukul berapa? Pukul? Oh, okay. Okay. Kita orang lepas ni saya cakap. All right, so that's the first question, yeah. So that's the first question. So render in class component, right? In class component, render ni sama macam return. Alright, render ni sama macam return. Okay, I'm not sure. So this is the question. If you need, this is the question that I'm trying to do. All right, so this is composition. Composition means you have one component that is defined like this, and then you have another class component here. All right, so this one I think we saw as well. Right, they want to call this component here. So now we will look at how we can compose multiple React components together. Imagine you're building an app that have created 3 components, navbar, dashboard, and footer. All right, to compose this component together, you would create an app parent which renders each of these 3 components as children. To render a component as a child in a React component, you include the component name written as a custom HTML tag in the JSX. For example, like this, right? So this one we went through as well. All right, we went through as well. So what's it's needed here, right? So you have child component, you have parent component. I want to call the child component inside the parent component. All right, so this one, child component, we'll call it here. All right, so whatever that is defined inside the child component is going to be called inside the parent component. All right, so that's this question. All right, in React component should have one element div, then component should return 2 nested component, and then the component should return the child component. All right, next question. Use React to render nested component. I think macam dah buat kan? I think macam dah buat. But you guys, because I also tak check. I also did not keep track which one we have done because I didn't reset it. I should have reset it before starting with you guys. I think with this one I already done. But in case kita buat sebagai revision lah. So I'm going to call inside here. I'm going to call type of food component. Right. So the type of component should return a single def. Type of component should return the fruits. So dalam type of food should have a fruits All right, and then inside fruits should have type of fruit. All right, inside fruit should have type of fruit. Types of fruit at the S. Types of fruit. All right, so that's the thing, and that's how you do it. Yeah. So inside fruits, if we call types of fruit, inside type of food, if we call fruits, right? So that's based on the instruction. I think we have done it, but I will just accelerate and anggapkan sebagai revision. Yelah, betul lah. Slide project ke tadi? Saya folder ke? Sebab saya nak buat live. Sekejap ya, saya nak buat live Facebook juga dari PC. Kita boleh project je kan terus. Kita project terus lah. Pakai inilah apa? Pakai ni. Project kat sini boleh. Okay. Apple. Alright. Saya ada. Okay, you guys give me 10 minutes. I'm going to set up my talk, and then after this, you guys tengok talk sekali, and then you can, of course, you can ask question. And I'm going to set up Facebook Live as well. So just give me 10 minutes for me to set up. I want to set up Facebook Live as well. And then lepas tu kita break kejap. After, if you have any question during the talk pun boleh. You guys are part of the audience, so if you have any question, you boleh tanya dekat Slack lah. I will get it from Slack. And I will get it from Facebook as well. Right. So give me 10 minutes, and then at 7, I will start the talk. All right.
Yeah, you wanted to connect the screen.
So, okay, kita live dulu ya.
Ni live ya?
Iyalah.
Tak mahu ni.
Okay, you guys, sekejap ya. I will set up my live.
Mana?
Up to you.
YouTube. YouTube lah.
Facebook. Mana? Facebook live? Create new live.
Ada yang belakang tu yang tajuk besar tak lagi?
Apa?
Yang belakang.
Tak ada, kita nak tunjuk ni lah. Ini tunjuk dia punya ni lah.
Mana ada kelas tu?
Tengah ni, tengah online. Diorang pun tengok sekali.
Oh.
Share screen lah. I'll start share screen. Okay. Okay, sorry ya. Let me trying to screen share. Try sharing your entire screen is okay. Let me set up. Okay, that one okay. Okay. Ni test podcast je kan?
Sedapnya ini.
Okay, let me bagi kita habis. I think this one done. Saya nak bagi. Okay, that one is start test live. Ni baru yang betul. Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm going. Mana start? Alright, go live. Okay, one more seconds. I'm going to share my ni as well. I'm going to share on my pages, and then we can start. Help me just now. Keluar ke ni kat ni? Dah start ke? Okay. Kau kat di page? Ada ya? Keluar? Alright. Yeah, share on my page as well. Nanti share dalam group ini ya, group program lama UI UX ke apa. Okay, terima kasih. Thanks for those who come. Alright, mic test. Hello, test. Apa? Test. Apa?
Hello, brother. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, yang online kita tengah sikit lagi. Okay.
Alright, so we are live from Dubai. Thanks for those who come physically. And also I have some of my class students also. I have some now because I'm having class at the same time in KL. And then hopefully some of you guys will join from the pages as well. If not, it's going to be recorded inside our website, Facebook page, and then also we have some of our pages as well. Academy and overall. So this is just to share our journey. So I call it from hackathon to Dubai because that's how we started, right? So we started from Smidex 2017. That's the first time we come up with the idea. So back in 2017 November, they come up with hackathon. So basically we have to create a solution in 22 hours. Dia bukan 24 hours, it's 22 hours. So we have come up with solution that resolving SME punya problems. So what we do, we have mentors from SME Corp as well that's helping us with the problem statement. So we come up with a very niche lah, right? We're very niche for kindergarten business owner. Come up with anak to you, and then once we come up with anak to you, at that time diorang ajar lah. They teach how to create market research, calculate market size and everything. How many kindergartens? The guy over there help us calculate as well. So as you can see from there, we get second prize. So grand prize, first prize, second prize. That's the first money that we have. Masa tu banyak lah. At that time we were very happy to get 3,000. Seronok lah waktu tu 3,000. Kongsi 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kongsi 4 dapatlah 750 orang. Right? So that's the first how it started. It was actually started from Smidex, and then from that we create an MVP, right? So the first step of creating a startup, normally we always started with an MVP, minimal viable product. So minimal viable product does not need to be nice. We built it with Ionic. So if you want to go technical a little bit, we built it with Ionic 3. Alright, this is the UI that is created at that time. Ini kita buat dalam masa 22 jam, but we submit it to billing state anyway. Alright. And then even myself also, I malu tengok UI ni hari ni. So it's not something that we are proud of. If I have to sell it today, I'm not going to be proud to sell it. But somebody said that if you are not embarrassed by your first version of your product, it means that you have launched too late already. So this one actually is somebody mentioned about this. So that's the thing, right? Once you create a product, don't try to perfection it too much. I think we've worked with a lot of corporation because apart from having this startup, we also have help corporation as well. I think most of the corporation, and I have background in corporation as well. Most of the corporation, they try to perfect their products. They try to perfecting their product, right? They want to launch right away, right? They want it to be perfect, everything. So you never know what is needed until, right, you launch the product. So that's what our mentor always said inside startup world. Try to launch as much as possible, and then learn from the market, and then you iterate. And then it's the concept of lean startup that we try to follow in our company as well. So that's how memalukan, that's how embarrass the product, and then that's it lah, right? We said to pinning stick, and then we got our first lifeline. So after we said to pinning stick, we got our first lifeline, which is 100k. So from 3,000, we got 100k. So yang tadi tu, the 3,000 allow us to create an MVP. Then the 100k allow us to create the product, right? So this is yang kita dapat dari the chief minister, right? We went to Penang for that, and then from here, then we come up with the real product. At that time only, then we managed to get designers, for example. The first thing that we try to do is to get designer. Sebab tu nampaklah berbeza. Kalau yang tadi tu tengok conteng-conteng, that's how a developer would do it. And then once we get a designer on board, then the UI UX developer on board, and then we try to improve the UI UX first. So that's the first thing that we try to do. We improve the UI UX first. Sorry, ada gambar hilang satu tak perasan tadi. Right. So from the two apps, parent and teacher app, kita kembangkan, right? We make it we have parent app, we have kindergarten and nursery finder, we have school management system, we have attendance tracker, and we have learning material as well inside the app. And then this is what we do, alright? So the dashboard allowing you to create invoice, report, salary easily. I'm not selling the product, so I will just go through a little bit. If you need more info, you can come to our places. And then we believe that when I pitch to people, indeed, I just pitched last Sunday from Dubai as well. I always say that the main goal is to create a persona, all right, and then they always teach us create persona. So the persona that we focus on is actually the teachers. So our main goals, when we have persona, right, senang. We just focus on the persona, we understand the big point and problems, then we build the features around it. So that's what we do, right? We create features as the persona, and then our aim, our goals is always try to cut costs and save teachers time, and then increase the quality of education, because now
Okay, so saya will continue. There will be some background noise as well because I was at conference place, but I will try to speak as close as possible, and I will type also lah. I will type also. So let's see. But I don't want to cancel sebab nanti susah nak ganti. But because but that's why we will do it apa-apa pun. So today we're going to do web development. Sorry, we're going to do API call. So we start with something that we are familiar with first, which is the OMDB. So anyway, any questions from what I mentioned just now? I make a summary here. So basically, that's the structure lah, right? I just make it a story a little bit. This is a structure. All right. So we start with an MVP. So if MVP is your wireframe or something, it could be a wireframe. All right. So if you want to know about tools to create MVP, so it could be your if you learn nanti you learn Flutter or React, it could be something that is not working first, right? It could be something that is not working first. You see my first version also of the product also tak cantik kan. So you start with an MVP first, all right? So it does not need to be perfect. The important is that you bring it to the market first. So there is this principle. I'm not sure lah. That's why I didn't go in details. There is this principle which is called Lean Startup. All right, there's this book which is called Lean Startup by Eric Rice, and the principle is called Lean principle as well, Lean principle, that emphasize that you have to keep validate. Right, building a product is not that you build everything is one shot. I think last time also we talk about agile semua kan. We talk about agile, we discussed, we learned about agile and everything. So in Lean Startup, for example, this says that when you create a product, all right, so you have an idea and then you bring it to the market. Experiment is the phase where you bring it to the market, and then you retrieve data. All right, from the data, then you analyze what you need to do. All right, and then you iterate your product based on the market punya market punya ni. I'm not saying because just now you saw I'm working with clients. Some of my clients, dia macam they do it as the CEO want. Right? It's not what the CEO want anymore. Right? We are on the lean world. All right, we are on lean world. Lean world means it's what the customer want. All right, I can say like, oh, I have this vision, I want to have this. No, it's not what the CEO want. It should not be what the CEO want already, right? It should be what's the market want. All right, so that's what lean is all about. And then after that, I talk about lean. So you have a look at lean. So if you want, all right, look for seed fund as much as possible. You can go here. Start with grant first, because if you tengok kat bawah kan, all right, start for grant. Go and see all this grant as much as possible. Why I always look for grant is because I will not lose equity if I go for grant. But if I start to look for investment, then I have to sacrifice my equity. So as much as possible, when you start, look for grant first. These are all the available grant, right? Just now at the end, kan, I was saying that I'm waiting for something. I was waiting for the Teraju actually. So I pitch on Friday, on Saturday, Sunday. We will get the result on January. Alright, so I was waiting for Teraju lah just now. Kan hujung-hujung tu kan I was talking about it. But that's how you start first. I don't think they have everything. The one that I have is building seed fund. Alright, so CIP is another thing. Right, so all this, look for grant. Once you don't have grant, then only you look for fund. All right, so that's you. Muruku has all this, and then you have accelerator. So if you have no idea how to run business, especially startup, you might know how to run a business, but you might not know how startup business work anymore. Right? No, running a business, a typical corporate business might be different than a startup business. So that's how accelerator help. I'm not sure if it's there or not. But no, I don't think Morocco has it. I don't think Morocco has it. But these are some of the accelerator that I think that I recommend. Selangor is quite good. You don't need to be from Selangor. All right. It could be you could be from anywhere. Then you have Alpha Startup as well. Alpha Startup is the guy who created from 1337. And then you have Nexia, you have Magic, Pitch and Drill. Then this one is slightly tinggi scale. The level is Magic Gap, CGP, and GMP is the next level. But you can only start with this one. But just be careful because some of the accelerator they take percentage. My for me, I don't want to lose percentage at the beginning as much as possible. All right, for me, I want the control of the company as much as possible. Bila dah tak boleh, then only I start to lose my equity lah. Alright, then only I stop myself. Okay. So if you're looking for accelerator, just double check because some accelerator will take equity as well. Alright, and then if you're thinking about bringing the product, then you join International Accelerator. So I shared with you the link. So this is where I get to go to Dubai. No, not Dubai. Dubai I go through government. This is where I got to go to Azerbaijan and Turkey last time because of this this website. All right, so you have a look. All right, and then I always do this lah. I just go to event. All right, I know where I want to go. All right, I'm not like that. I know where I want to go. I want to go to Turkey, for example. Then I will just once a while, once a month, I will just check what's happening on Turkey. Is there something interesting that I can join? Right, because I know what to go. That's why it's very important as well for you to know where you want to go. If you are on this phase lah, right? If you are on this phase, you tak boleh suka-suka lah. I can tak nak lah Turkey, nak buat Afrika. Tak nak lah Afrika, I want to do US. Right, you really need to know where you have to go. Right, so this is how I get to go to Turkey and Azerbaijan last time lah. Right, so through this website, and of course there are then partnership. Alright, if you want to go international, then partnership. That's not the only one lah. I learned that there are partnership. There you can buy a local company. You can also set up a company. Alright, so there are a lot of other ways for you to create. To go international, but to start, I start with partnership lah. Right, to start, I start with partnership. All right, so this one also, normally, all right, you put your startup on Crunchbase, you put your company's profile on Crunchbase, and then that's how the partner find me lah. All right, that's how the partner find me. So that's basically, I go more detail with you guys. I think we never talk about this as well. Is if any of you terfikir, because some of the students also terfikir, they think of building an app, building a product, and then that app, that product, they want to start to market it. So that's a way. I can share. I want to share you one more things, but not share lah. I really want to share. Yeah. After I share with you, then we will not talk about it. All right. Then we will talk. Then we start to code lah. Then we start to code. But I want to share with you the format because I was telling that I pitched for Teraju last Sunday from Dubai. So I pitched from Dubai last Sunday, and then I want to show you what should I put in my presentation. And this should be a standard format on any pitch deck normally. Yeah, let me get the format guideline. Tak apalah, I will no, because I thought there is a pitch, but I will just put it here so that it's going to be recorded. So this is the pitch deck. I go one by one. Alright, start with the project first. The title of the project. This is not by us. This is by my ventures, which is the accelerator that manage the project. So the project title or one project sentence, the problem that you try to resolve. Ini I tak go in details, so I give you time later to read it if you need. What is your product and your innovation? Alright, so how's the business model? All right, this is how the business model looks like, and then the financial model. So this is untung rugi semua. All right, and then go to market plan. All right, how's you going to go to market, your marketing strategy. All right, this is the traction. What have you done so far? And then you have your team. All right, and then how much you are asking and what you're going to do with the money. Right, so that's the pitch deck format. I'm not going to go in detail, but if you have any questions, you can always let me know as well. We try to focus on development pula sekarang. Okay, so let's do development now. All right, so same thing as well. All right, after a long break. All right, we are on week 3. All right, and then today I'm going to create a project. I know that we have not finished the to-do app. The to-do app we put on hold first. Let's focus on the flat list and the navigation until we really get it. All right, so today I want to do the navigation and flat list as well. So I will just do expo init movie app. All right. All right, and then it's going to be a blank. Expo init movie app, and then it's a blank.
So probably for now we have our own team where we create an application for ourselves. But we never know after we go through the problems yet that if we do know problems and stuff, then I'll inform you about it because I'm not in charge of.
Okay, then I do SD CD movie app. And then we do the same thing as what we have been doing for the past few weeks. All right. We will do the routing. So npm install react navigation, npm expo install react navigation handler. All right. npm install react native save context. All right. So it's the same thing.
Yes, something like that. So I'm not sure, but basically we come here to expand our business.
All right, and then you have npm install react native community must view, and then npm install react navigation stack. Okay. All right, so that's movie app. So I think let's recap back our movie app.
Maybe get notice with so because your partner in this region, you not sure about.
All right, if you remember the movie app, kan?
You guys know better.
Like this, right? The UI will be a little bit like this. Is it? Sorry.
No, our organization, the whole Malaysia is we have a lot of branches, 7 branches, and we have one international school in so we are one of the top education, childhood education company. So yeah, we are planning to expand our business in
All right, so this is the UI, the first page and second page. So basically, you will have 2 pages. All right, so this you have a search box. Search box will have a search button or touchable opacity. And then when it's search, you will call the API. So the API is this API. We have been doing this for how many times also, I don't know. All right, so the first API is the ads. All right, so let's say that I'm searching Harry here. All right, so this is the first API, for example, with Harry. And then the second API is the second page API. All right, so it's the one is by the ID. All right, so that's the so once I select a movie, all right, I will be brought to the second page, and then inside the second page, the information of that movie will come out because it's calling from the API. More information of the movie will come out because it's calling from the API. Right, so that's basically the flow. Right, so at least, right, at least I need 2 pages. Right, I need 2 components. One is home component, and another one is detail component. So once I do that, I open my Visual Studio Code right away. I create a component folder. Inside the component folder, I will create 2 files. The first one is home.js. The second one is detail.js. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to do the same thing. All right, so I'm going to do copy here. This is going to be home. Right, and then I copy here. This is home page. Right, this is home page. All right, I copy here. I put it here. This is detail page. Right, I will just stop for 5 minutes. And so that you can, all right, if you are in advance, if you have to wait for me, you create the stack. Right, so we learned about the stack last week. So you create the home stack. Inside your home stack, you will have home and detail. Right, so we just stop for 7 minutes lah. 8.25, right, until 8.25. If you are done, all right, then you just continue with the stack and make sure that it comes out. Okay, so kita buat ni. Alright, we will do the stack. Alright, so we create a new file, home stack.js. Okay, this one so I tak ingat. So I will also check. Ada dua like. Thank you for the like. Alright. So you might not need it now, right? But once you create your MVP and everything, then you can always refer it back. Let's refer it back. Okay, this one. So the reference is this page. Okay, so I check here. All right, so create, import, create stack navigator. All right, from React navigation stack. All right, so import create app container, all right, from React navigation. All right, so import home from components home. All right, import import detail from components detail, and they have constraints, right, equals to home. All right, sama je saya. Once you do everything, you just need to know bila kena buat, when you have to create the home. All right, so you have detail, screen, detail, you have cons, home stack, right, equals to create stack navigator. All right, you have screens, right, export default create app container, right, and then home stack. All right, so that's this page. Aja salah. All right, so I noticed that. Gone eh? Right, so that's the first. And then after this, if you remember, go back to app.js, import it, navigator. So this one, import navigator from home stack. Right, so this one is going to be navigator. Okay, and then the morning I deleted. All right. All right, so if everything is okay, all right, if everything is okay, npm run web. All right, so once I do npm run web, I will have this. All right. Okay, once this is done, I create the UI. I will create the UI like this. All right, I will create the UI like this.
Cikgu boleh pergi Homestack?
Boleh? Okay.
Cikgu,
Semua
keluar error.
boleh bila share screen.
Okey, dia keluar error macam ni.
Go back to home. Tengok home. Cuba habiskan dulu. Sorry. App.js. Sorry, app.js.
Okey.
N besar, navigator line 4.
Oh. Yang ini semua dikira gelap.
That one yang gelap, you boleh buang pun tak apa later lah. Alright.
Okay, thank you sir.
Okay, so once I'm here, I should focus on 3 elements. Alright, text input. Alright. Secondly is touchable opacity. And then flat list. Okay. So once how I'm going to do it, this one I will put inside a view. Then I will put this thing and I will put flat list. Alright. So what I will do something like this lah. Alright. So I will have view here. Alright, inside view I will have tadi kan text input just now. Okay. Ini we have done together as well. And then we will have a text. Alright, search, and this tag I will put touchable opacity. Okay, so that's tu yang bahagian atas. Alright, that's the top part. So if it's something like this, it means I have to import it on change text. I buat macam ni dulu lah ya. Text is not defined. This one is movie lah ya, movie. Alright, so use state. And then with the fonts, movie, set movie equals to use state single quote. And then over here, all right, I will do text, all right, set movie. You see, you keep doing the same thing lah, over and over again. All right, the thing is at the bottom. Okay. I pindahkan style, right? So I pindahkan style. I move the style here, and then container. I think I move justify content center. I move it so that it's going to be on top. Okay, nanti I buat yang search-nya. Search-nya I will do it later. So I think you can start with this first.
So you guys know better than us, so that's why these are going to be partnership. We will also maybe let's say we're not gonna keep everything for us. We're just gonna have a percentage, like maybe 40% for us, 60% for the partner. So everything will, if we take care of it, so you guys will not take offense from that. This is what I heard from the board. They said we manage it ourselves. The percentage for you guys will be lower. If we manage it, we just use our branding. We will give you guys higher percentage and we'll take it lower. If you take a franchise, usually franchise you have to pay a certain amount of money.
Okay, I want to charge my laptop kejap ya. Okay, so dari sini I will create a mock data first. So const movies set movies equals to use state. Okay, and then we go to the Harry Potter tadi. Alright, I'll just go to Harry Potter. Copy it 4 pun cukup lah. Just take 4. Alright, I will put it there. And then I put it to be something like this. Alright, so that's creating a mock data. So before you get the data from internet, you create a mock data first. Then I will bring out on my flat list. Alright, I will try to bring it out on my flat list. Flat list reference. Okay, so that last week we went through together this. Alright, so ini flat list. I put it after this view, or I put it after. See, there are 2 views. This is the first view for the top part. This is the second view. So I put it here. This one we went through together as last week. So the data, all right, the data will be movies. movies. Right, the data will be movies. Right, the key extractor is the ID. All right, so movie.imdb ID, the unique identifier of the movie.imdb ID. This one I think we don't need extra data. We don't need. Render item is what I want to show for each row. I already teach you as well last time. All right, you ambil dari sini. Sorry. Yang kita ambil yang terus, yang we take the first one terus. This one, don't take the second one. I take here const render item. Alright, const render item. Alright, I will put it before return. So I create a new variable. That variable is called item. No, sorry, the render item. Render item. Render item will call component item. And if I'm not mistaken, last time also I will create a new file which is called item.js. Last week I might create list item.js. Now I create, wait a minute, I have to charge it up. Alright, so this one kan, I think I did last time like that as well. Item.js. So inside item.js, I will have export default export default item. I think that's it. Export default item title. Right, export default item. Alright, so import view. Text I have to import. Alright, and then style sheet I will import as well. Alright, so container I don't need, the item I need, the title I need. Alright, cuba dulu. Alright, and then here I import. So import item from double.item. Alright, so if everything is okay, alright, if everything is okay, item is not defined. I already imported it. So import item from item, export default item, export default. Tapi ni I buat cara biasa, export function. I will do like this one lah. Nanti apa ni pun export default function home. Export default function. Alright. Item. I buat cara yang biasa. I think normally we do something like this. Import default function item, and then open curly bracket, close curly bracket, and then I put return here, up, and then I put here, I think. That's what the function. Return bracket. Alright, return bracket. Okay, so ini I letak sini. And then flat list tu missing, then I have to import. I have to import the flat list. Okay, then I go inside my home.js, import flat list. React is not defined. That one is inside my second page, item.js. Okay, but my title is not working because it's not title that I should pass. My title that I should pass here is item.title capital T. So item.title capital T, then the things will come up. Alright. So boleh cuba dulu. Alright, so you try to see the flow. I think item.js, I will send it back to you. So we use this one with the correct import. And then yeah, we'll do here render item title. Okay, can try first. Stop another 10 minutes. All right, we'll stop another 10 minutes, and let me know if you have any problem as well.
Cikgu boleh pergi home, boleh scroll atas dekat
Import ya?
Ya.
Our ni import juga. Okay, you cari dekat mana you kena baik key if anything I think almost everything's there. This one is touchable opacity lah touchable opacity.
We sent it by email, so we sent
Okay, any problem? Any problem? So if you are done kan, you can add, for example here, alright, you can add one more thing from a text. I want to add the year, for example, alright. Alright, so I want title, I want year. Alright, and then here, I pass here, alright, and year is actually item dot year. Alright, where does this year come from? This year come from the API. Alright, item dot year. After this we do poster pula. Alright, after this we will do poster. Okay. Besar sangat lah ni ya. So if you don't want 32, alright, you can change it to something smaller, for example 24. Okay, and then after this image. Alright, I think 1814 also can lah, 1814. Okay, after this poster,
Cikgu minta share screen lah. I share.
okay, you nak share ya? Okay.
Ya, ya. Tak, dia entah dia keluar macam error.
Import status bar tu tak ada. Tengok balik mana? Item.js.
Item, okay.
Status bar tu boleh ya. Line 14 ke 17 boleh buang.
Ni sir.
14 to 17 can delete ya. Until 17.
Okay.
Alright. Okay.
Keluar apa-apa sir. Dia ada letak ni tapi tak keluar apa-apa ni.
Okay, sekejap ya. Turun bawah. Tengok movies atas. Okay, turun bawah.
Ini tak.
Ini okay, turun bawah. Bawah lagi, title, item, title T besar, line 62.
Sini sir.
Tengok. Alright. And then style dia. Style tu dah pindahkan dah style.
Style ni kena pergi ambil kat mana sir ni?
Sorry?
Style ni dekat mana?
Flat list.
Flat list.
Flat list documentation. Bawah tu kan?
Ni kan?
Correct. Copy tu lah. Copy je const style everything tu you copy.
Okay.
Dari oh okay. Alright itu. But I think you ni letak dekat item dah.
Ni dekat sini dah ada.
Correct. But I think you already did
Tadi. Apa dia?
Oh no. I tengok yang line 7 tu kan styles.item, not styles.title, styles.item.
Sini sir. Okay.
Styles.item. Okay, ini tambahlah year tadi ya, tambah year tadi.
Tambah year. Okay, can sir. Thank you sir. Dekat year mana?
Ni yang tunjuk ni.
Okay sir. Year tu patut keluar kan sir? Year dekat.
You hantar lah sebagai prop. Sebagai prop. Itulah sebagai prop. Kena hantar dekat sini. You have to you pass it down. Yeah.
Okay. Item title year. Okay, so kita boleh skip.
Alright.
Space pasal year. Okay, thank you sir.
Okay. Gambar pula Image. Alright, we use image here. This is the reference. We did this as well last time. Alright, we did this as well last time. This one, right? Image with URL. Alright, image with URL. I put it inside my item. Alright, I put it here. Image style logo URI. Alright, URI. I will get it from here. Alright, I will get it from here. Image URL or something. Alright, so this one is image URL. Alright, and then I will pass image URL here. Image URL equals to item.poster. Right, and then lastly, I will copy the style. Right, so the style is what? Tiny logo. I bring it here. For 100 lah, 100. If I don't like it later, I change it. And then I think that, no lah, silap, sorry. Image is not here. Image should be before text. Right, that's why I have an error just now. Image text. Right. Have to import it. Okay, so this will come out. Make sure that this come out first. After this, we will learn about flex a little bit. Alright, so you have seen Flexbox on module 1. We will learn about flex so that the thing will be on the left. Okay, anyone got it? This one you can adjust. After this, we will look flex. Okay, boleh? This one you can adjust a little bit lah. You can put for, I think 100, 150, 100 height, the height like this, 100, 150. And then after this, I will do flex.
Cikgu 5 minit cikgu.
Okay, cuba dulu ya. Siapa sudah boleh baca dulu ya. Right, need 5 minutes. Alright, but it's okay. Siapa sudah can read first. If not, try first. 15, 7 minutes I give. Okay, sorry ya. Kita tambah satu lagi flex box. So this one we saw on module 1. That's the reason why I teach on module 1. Because on module 3, when we do layouting, we have to use flexbox for React. Okay. I want to do something like this. Alright, I want to do something like this. Because at the moment, right, our UI, we focus on this first, on the poster first. Alright, I want the poster to be on the left. I want this to be on the right. Alright, I want the poster to be on the left. I want these two fonts to be on the right. So this is what I want. Poster here, and then the tulisan is here. Okay, so inside my view, right, I should put flex direction row. Right, so inside my view here, all right, inside my view here, I should put inside item flex direction, I want it to be row. All right, once I do that, then my two things will be kiri. All right, but now I want this to be at the bottom. Right, this I want it to be at the bottom. Then I will put this inside a view. Okay, so now something like this lah, something like this. Okay, you do this first. Nanti I tengok balik macam mana nak turunkan dia ke bawah. Alright, just make sure that the thing on the left, this on the right. Later I see how to bring it down. Okay, how do I bring the title down? How do I bring the title down? Let's see, yeah. Justify content space around. Justify content space around. Let's see. Let me justify content space around means I want to add space. So justify content space around. Tak ini juga. It's even worse. Okay, yeah. Like this. Let me go. I think it's not here.
Yeah, were you able to click on the link on the website? Loading. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. It's loading.
Oh, wait. Okay.
I'm at work. Cancel it.
Width equals to 100% of breakfast. No.
What to do? I'm done.
Wait a minute. I think it. Tak apa, we just ni. I don't want to spend too much time here. Nanti I cari balik lah. I cari balik how to make sure that, because in small screen the thing does not create a new line. Nanti I cari balik. I try to look with the previous example. Okay, I'm going to implement Flexbox here as well. Alright, I'm going to implement Flexbox here so that this thing will be on the left and the button will be on the right. So same thing as well on my home. Alright, on my home I will do Flexbox. I will do the same thing as my item just now. So here, in view style, I will put row, flex direction, row. Alright, so yang ini ke kiri, yang ini ke kanan. Alright. And then this one also I will add style. Background color, for example, I put blue here. Okay. And I will add padding, for example, 20. Alright. 10 pun boleh. Alright, and then we'll put here style. Color equals to white. And then I think this one have a margin. My. I think I have a margin as well. Margin 10 as well. Okay. So if I want this one, I can add more width. Alright. If I want this one, margin dia 12. Right, if you want it to be the same, then I put margin 12. So now it's the same. So if I want also, I can adjust the width. Okay, macam ni okay lah. Alright. Placeholder. So I can, this one I can add placeholder. Alright, enter movie to search. Okay, so almost there. Alright, ini nanti I tengok balik lah. This one tengok balik. Okay, can try adjust the view. After this, we will do the API call, right? Bukan tadi yang apa? Macam bukan. Macam you all punya ni, macam Ashraf punya. Bukan ya? Okay, sorry. Dia punya orang-orang ni semua dah balik from actually we ni kan. Just now then calmer a little bit. Okay, so we will do API call. Ini nanti I tengok balik ya. I'm not sure what I did last time as well. So for API call, all right, we did this exercise I don't know how many times, right? So everything is the same. So the idea is for you to see how it's done in different language or different technology. So now you're seeing it on React Native technology. Okay, and then so to call an API, you use fetch. All right, so we have done it how many times? All right, so this API will be called when the button, when the touchable opacity is pressed. All right, so touchable opacity on press when the thing is pressed. All right, I will call the API. All right, I will call the API. Okay, I can do like this. I can, when the button is pressed, I will call API. I will call the function call API. All right, the function call API, I will create it here. So const call API. Then I paste my fetch here. All right, this fetch, all right, I will replace it with the URL Harry Potter tadi. All right, I have my API. I have my Harry Potter API, the one that I shared in Slack. I put it here. All right, so at least, all right, at least when the button, the type HTTPS right away, right, put HTTPS right away. You know that it's going to be a problem without HTTPS. So when the button is pressed, at least, all right, it will be shown inside the console. All right, so when the button is pressed, it will be shown inside the console. Okay, and then I think you know already. Alright, this one kita akan buat set movies data search. Alright. So once it's downloaded, I will show the set movies data search. Alright, refresh it. Set movies data search. Set movies data search. Well, okay lah, I kosongkan yang ni. This one I delete it. Alright, this one I delete it. Okay. Alright, press search and then the movie. This is the real data from internet. Alright, this is the real data from internet. Okay, boleh buat at least try until here. After this, we will get the data from the text input. After we get the data from text input, we will pass the data to the second page. After we pass data to the second page, we will call the second API. Alright, cuba dulu. I want to ask them what type this space is, please.
Cikgu,
Yes.
dekat masa I nak type dekat input dia
Ini dah set movie. It should be something like that. Okay.
tunjuk. So I tengah type sekarang.
You tengok dekat you punya on change text. On change text set movie text. Kan, betul kan? On change. Tadi you buat apa? On change text set movie text. Tengah atas.
Oh, sekarang boleh.
Alright.
Pasal small text, small t tadi dekat text tu.
Dia kena on change text T besar lah
Okay, thank you sir.
Alright. Okey, boleh keluar. Did. Alright, boleh So this one, call API instead of Harry. Alright, I will do up. I'm not sure if I dah tunjuk ke belum. I'm not sure if I showed this to you or not. Alright, this one, right, you replace it with the code next to one, code next to one. Alright, if you replace it with the code next to one, and then the word Harry here, I will replace it with movie. Right. $sign curly bracket movie. So this one is code, but the one which is next to one, $sign curly bracket movie. So once I do that, so Harry, all right, I will have Harry Potter. Then I will do, for example, Tenet, right? Tenet. All right, then I will see the Tenet, yeah. Okay. So now it's going to be search whatever that we put in. Okay, all is well. I think all is well, right? Any movie, like any movie. Yeah. Actually, right, in when you do this kind of thing, right, there are. I will go in detail with you as well because we have times, right? When I say we have times, which means that one day you have 12 hours of class. Previously, normally it's only 8 hours plus for exercise. Now you have 12 hours of class that I can manipulate. Right? It's not that I'm saying that it's going to be 12 hours of class that I can manipulate. So next, we have more times. Actually, you have to handle. This is what we call error handling in programming. What is error handling in programming? I have to say, all right, if there is the movie, for example, if user buat macam ni, right? If user just masuk AA, right? What? I should press something. I should do something. All right. I should say do, for example, or you cannot. You have to type in something. Again, back to the thing that I was talking about, which is the certification by Jabatan Kemahiran, Jabatan Pembangunan Kemahiran. If you want to validate these skills, the questions that will come out will always come out like that, right? If user does not fill in anything, you have to pop up a message. All right, so that will always be the requirement, right? That's what we call error handling. All right, so we have more times when we are perfectioning the app. I think tomorrow, even before creating a new app, we will try to perfect. We will try to make this app perfect. Then we will do some error handling, right? If there is no result, if there is no image, if you look at Tenet just now, right? Some of the movie don't have an image, so I have to do what we call use negative cases lah, right? Negative cases. If there is no image, I have to do something. Okay, itu semua with error handling, negative cases or error handling. That one, before creating a new page, we will do it.
Cikgu, untuk React Native, we don't have on enter dia macam kita letak on press kan, macam on key enter macam tu dia tak ada.
You kena fikir tau, because this one is on app. React Native is on app.
Oh, okay, sir, faham sekarang.
You buat web, we do now, we test on web everything, but in reality, React Native is for web. So that's why, well, memanglah kan, at the moment you enter kenapa tak jadi kan, but it's actually because in reality, that is not what you're going to do lah, right? In reality, you're going to use a phone. If not, on change text, I think on change text, on return text input. If not, it's going to be on text input. On the return press text input. Kalau tak dia macam ni lah, you have to do on submit editing, then you check if it's return key, then you will do something. Normally it's something like this. If you mean that enter, not the enter, that is, if you try on your PC also, it's not going to work. But if you mean the enter is the enter on the keyboard, dia panjang lagi lah cerita dia. Right? The story is slightly long, right? You can just as a reference.
Thank you, sir. Mention, I masa kita type tu kan, dia auto suggestion kan. Yang tu I tengah cari.
That one that's the ni. Tapi I tak touch. But that's the reference lah, alright. But I didn't touch in detail sangat, alright. So we try to sebab ni je advance sikit lah, advance sikit.
Okay sir, thank you.
Okay, so I think this page is done. Alright, this page is done based on our standard lah. Alright, not done. Based on our standard, this page is done. Kenapa internet dia lagi? Tak apa. Nanti kita check lah. All the name, bug and everything we check. I think it was just a connection issue. Internet ni ada. It's okay. Nanti kita check balik. Well, we check in detail why is it like this. Something is wrong with the net. Okay, so now when I press this, I want to open a new page. All right, when I press this, I want to open to my second page, something that we have seen together as well. So when this is pressed, right. So when this is pressed, I will do here navigator. All right, on press up. Navigator dot push. Navigator dot push detail. All right. So once it is pressed, I will open detail page. Navigator. Navigator, betul kan? Navigator ke navigation? I pun selalu oh sorry. This is not here, this should be here. Silap, I yang silap. This should be here. So navigator dot push. So Harry, press here. Navigator dot push ke navigation lah. Sekejap. Navigation, sorry, I yang tersilap. Sebab kadang-kadang I buat language lain dia navigator, right? So, well, you are lucky, you only need to concentrate on one language at the moment. Kadang-kadang I buat language lain dia navigator, right? So, navigation dot push. And then you need to pass something, all right? You need to pass something, and the thing that you need to pass is actually the IMDb ID. So IMDb ID, all right? You're going to pass it. So item dot, macam mana you tulis? IMDb ID. So I have to follow lah, right? Kalau this one I have to follow. I ikut je lah I follow this one, so that dia tak confuse. So I'm going to pass IMDb ID inside the second page.
Cikgu, boleh apa bawa mouse ke bawah sikit pasal yang ada
Okay, alright, okay. Ya, boleh.
So, nak tanya, kenapa untuk ada information kita pass, kita letak item.poster, item.year kan? Untuk kenapa ID kita kena letak IMDb ID, lepas tu kita kena declare balik IMDb ID.
Oh, ini kan, ini kalau you pass ke page baru, yang tak navigation.push, I want to pass in a new page. Okay, navigation.push, I want to pass in the new page. Kenapa? Why do you want to pass in the new page? Because you want to call the API. From the API, you will pass the IMDb ID. Then the detailed information about the movie will come out. That's the idea. Okay, so kalau you pass on the new page, kena macam ni. Alright, yang tadi yang you buat tu, you pass in a prop. Kalau you pass in a prop, it's like this. Alright, so itu you kena faham lah. You kena faham. That's part of React punya theory. When I talk about prop, maksudnya apa? Maksudnya I pass it in a sub-component. Alright, when I talk about passing a new page, it means it's going to be a new page using navigation. Right, so prop. Jadi dua, one is prop. Prop is passing data to sub-component. Alright. Another one is pass data to new page. Alright. The one is through navigation. Tadi yang tanya pertama tu yang you tanya ni sebab item ni is actually passing data through prop. This one is passing data to a new page. Sebab tu yang tu macam dua kali kan, dua titik. Dia dua titik. Yang ini dia macam passing SRC macam attribute. Okay, itu menghantar, sending to a new page. Bila menghantar, somebody need to mengambil. So inside detail, ini pun I lupa ni, I lupa tukar. This one should be detail. Inside detail, I will put again navigation. Alright, navigation. Alright, so navigation, this is detail page 4. I buat ya. I buat ni just to see that is being retrieved. So navigation get item IMDb ID ya. Ini kena sama. This is mengambil. Alright, I want to get it. So now if I do Harry here, I press search, I hantar navigation.get item. Sekejap. Navigation.get item. Navigation.get item. IMDb ID navigation. I already put it here. Error navigation dah ada dekat sini. Navigation.get item. Okay. I don't think it's ni. Siapa nampak? Get params, alright? Navigation dot get params. So get params. Navigation dot autocorrect tak berguna. It's not correct. So Harry, I press search. Navigation dot get params is not. Macam mana? Betul. Navigation. Okay. Navigate. Tak ada S. I will make it. Harry, press search, right? Navigation, right? So this is little page for TT1, TT2. Okay, so once I get that, all right, once I get that, dia macam ni tau, right? So it's something like this. I will have over here, all right, I will have over here. I'm not going to finish this today because I want you to try. I harap you try, yeah. So I will have use state use effect here, all right? Because I already told you, I already mentioned, we already saw use effect in module 2, but I always say, the concept of React is going to be used inside React Native. The only things that different is the view part, which is because the view part here, kebanyakan, most of it is actually using React Native component. But other than that, the concept, use state, use effect, props, right, passing data, everything is similar to module 2. Okay, so what will happen in this page? What will happen in this page? I will have a use state. All right, somewhere over here. All right, I will have cons IMDb ID, all right, IMDb ID, all right, set IMDb ID, all right, set IMDb ID, right, so this is what that's going to we will have this, right, so at first dia macam ni lah, at first it's going to be something like this, and then I will have use effect here as well, so I will have somewhere over here I will have use effect. Okay, so let's say I put it there, successfully load, right? Successfully load. So let's say kita cuba lagi. So Harry, press search, Harry Potter, alright, successfully load will come out, and then macam ni. So dia macam Lego lah, right? I give you these pieces of information. What I want you to do, if possible, all right, so with the remaining time that's left, what I want you to do is, I want you to complete the Lego, right, to complete these Lego pieces, so that in the second page, what I want from the second page is, what I want from the second page, all right, the second API, all right, the second API, which is this one, all right, will be called, all right, get the TT120 to semua tu, all right, that one is actually the parameter, all right, from the parameter, and then show the movie, all right, in the UI. Show the selected movie in the UI. All right, with more information. All right, with more information. So that's what I hope you can complete this page with the remaining times. All right. Recap sudah. You cuba lah tengok lah. It's almost the same as the home page. This is what we're going to be kalau you ambil exam. Kalau you ambil exam for the certificate, this is the kind of question that they will ask on the exam. All right, any other questions? I think they're going to close the page. They're going to lock the place. Any questions? Boleh lah, right? So I'm actually kat Dubai Expo, right? So actually kat Dubai Expo. Okay, just show you. So we are at Malaysian Pavilion. So this is just now yang bising-bising tu because we are having business meeting here. So this is where I am now. Baru malam. And then of course tomorrow we will have MOU with one of the companies. So here's where I am lah. But I don't want to. That's why I don't want to. Ni kan, so tomorrow our MOE is at 12, so normally no impact on the class. Just now also I think belum macam I nak tangguh-tangguhkan, but I think it's good for you to know as well because I never shared this. It's good for you to know, so in case you want to follow that journey as well. Okay, so that's from my side.